It's a marathon. It's a marathon. Do it. It's a marathon. Fuck the cemetery that it. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. Do it. It's a marathon.
Okay, so today's podcast is when love is literally your drug. You ever see those people that are in a relationship with a person and you're like, but I don't understand it. Why are you with them? It's like they're draining your life force or making you into somebody that you're not even. Okay? This is what this segment is about. And I have 3 categorizations for these type of toxicities, okay? So the first one is sometimes it's only light toxicity. And the overindulgence of your love, like weed, for instance. You might gain weight, become a bit distracted, and seek the bliss of your love. And instead of saying, all you do is smoke weed all day, your friends and family might say, all you do is talk about James, or all you do is spend time with James, we barely see you. So that's number 1. Then there's number 2. This one is a little bit more intense, and it could be borderline abusive, Kind of like an alcoholic in the heat of passion, you forget the nasty things you did or said to defend your love. And then you become chaotic like a brand new person. But instead of saying, I don't like who you are when you drink, your family and friends might say something like, I don't like how you act around Charles. And then there's big old doozy number 3. This is the most extreme version of when love becomes your drug. This is the most toxic love. This is the one that's more like meth or heroin or crack. You might lie, cheat, steal, and keep secrets. You might lose weight. You might lose the light in your eye. You might lose hair, sleep, teeth, and be in danger more often than not. The decisions are more fight or flight, and most likely by the time you realize it, you're alienated from your family and your friends, and you need to sneak around to see them. But instead of saying, I'm seriously scared for your life if you keep doing this drug, your friends and family might say, I'm worried Frank might kill you if you stay with him. So, I know that last note was kind of on a heavier tone, but I feel like it's might be necessary. So, I was inspired to write this, more like, say, this podcast after reading my journal, Shout out to my terrible love life. So mine hasn't got quite like number 3, but borderline, like somewhere between number 2 and number 3, like seriously, terrible love life. And I thought about all the sacrifices people, particularly women, make for love. And I'm not going to say men haven't made the same sacrifices. I've seen some men in relationships with women where it's like, why do you let her talk to you like that? But anyway, unfortunately, I've seen a lot of tragic relationships in the years I spent on this planet. And I'm just going to say it again one last time. My love life, awful. Just deplorable, terrible. The point of this is to hopefully be heard by someone in a toxic relationship who needs to get out. And especially if it's like number 3, please get out. If you are in a number 3 type of relationship, whatever you do not, I repeat, do not tell your partner you're leaving. Okay? Find a trusted friend or a family member who can help you get away without your partner's knowledge. And I mean, unless you got psychopathic tendencies like me, and then I transform into Negan and find Lucille and start going to work. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Dun dun dun. You'll never know. No, I'm joking. By the way, Walking Dead, awesome series. But speaking of The Walking Dead, if you're in this type of relationship, you might as well be Walking Dead. It's not great for your self-esteem, your self-image, your confidence, the goals you have in life. You shouldn't put your stock in toxic relationships. And if you're putting your stock into someone who is emotionally unavailable, manipulative, they don't talk to you right, and they put, and especially if they put their hands on you, you do not deserve that. Whether it's a man, or whether you're a man in a relationship with a woman in a relationship with a man in a relationship with a man, a woman in a relationship, whatever your relationship is, you do not have to deal with that. Okay? You shouldn't have to deal with that. It just eats away at the person that you are and get your life off track, you know? So if you are in this kind of relationship, there are plenty of resources. Like if you feel like you got to the point where you can't even rely on your family or friends because the relationship got that bad, there are numbers you can call. I'll probably put them at the end of this podcast. There are websites you can go to that will set you up with resources to get out of relationships like this. And you can also get vouchers, depending on the state that you're in, to get support services for being in a relationship like this, whether you're a man or a woman, okay? So I just let this here say, you deserve the very best. You don't deserve to be with someone who treats you like crap. You don't deserve to be with someone who diminishes your self-esteem or tries to make you out to be someone you're not. You should deserve someone who treats you well. Okay? You deserve someone who puts you first and someone who's going to work with you. Alright? But, yeah. Based on the experience of the terrible relationships I've seen in my life and some of the inspiration from my fucked up love life, I really hope I can help someone. So thank you for listening to this podcast, and I will have some information and resources for you in a couple seconds. I know I did that video to be satirical and funny, but if you really need help, please, please, please rely on these resources, and they're right here for you right now.
Cemetery that no, it's a marathon for it. It's a marathon for it. It's a marathon to win. It's a marathon for the cemetery that no, it's a marathon for it. It's a marathon for it. It's a marathon to win. It's a marathon for